Today's going to get up to about 71 degrees, which is the outside temperature. So in this greenhouse, I think it's going to get a little bit too warm for a lot of plants. But I have got quite a few of these compost trays and I use them for bottom watering. So outside I've got a couple of homemade tables. We made them out of 3 pallets and they're really strong and sturdy. So I think what we'll do is we'll get those arranged, because I have got 2 of them, in a semi-shady area, and we'll get all these plants out and we'll bottom water them and leave them there for the day, because that's going to save us going back and forth watering these plants. And as you can see, this one has only been here this morning and it's started to go quite limp because it's drying out too quick. So if you've got anything like lettuce especially in your greenhouse, take them out today. Don't leave them in because they can't take that heat, but put them somewhere away from slugs and snails. And also, if you've got any cabbages or cauliflowers in packs or pots, don't leave them in a greenhouse because it's way too hot for them. You have to remember that plants like brassicas are actually cold weather plants, so it's alright to bring them on in a greenhouse, but don't leave them in a greenhouse when it's too hot because they could bolt. And this is that area that I was talking about. It gets some sun, but not constantly. So that's the pallet table that we made. Quick and easy job really. Just cut some legs, attach them to the bottom, and then we've got a really strong, sturdy table. So we'll get these pots moved out of the way, clear area up a bit. And I've also got this one as well that's in the shed, which is not doing any good in here, so we might as well get this cleared and take that out and set 2 of them up. Then we can get all these plants arranged in one area. This is what I was talking about before. If your brassicas get too hot, they'll go to seed like these have. And these are only baby ones and they've already bolted. They've grown a really long stem and they're getting flowers on top. That's because they got too hot. But your fluctuations in temperature can also cause that. If it's like really cold, then it goes hot. That can also cause them to bolt. Because if you notice, this one's gone. This one's on its way as well. But that one's perfectly fine. Also, if you've got inconsistency with watering, that can also cause your brassicas to bolt. So it's a bit of a tricky one, but with this weekend being like it is, I mean, for me the first rule is if they're in somewhere and it's really hot, we need to move them. So at least you've seen that today, and if you've never seen that before, basically this plant is now no good, so it just needs throwing away. So we'll get it to chicken for a treat. I'm sure it'll enjoy it. These are Calabrese, by the way. I'll have to get rid of this one as well. And if you are working outside in this sun or in a greenhouse today, make sure you keep yourself hydrated too. Really important. I better keep this shed door open as well, just so it don't get too warm for budgies today. These are all those babies that we got a few weeks ago. They've grown on really well and they're looking very healthy. And as you can see, I've just given them the morning feed. Really good strong tables these that I made. Let's see if we can get it outside. Well, now that's all been cleared, we can set these bottom watering trays up on these two benches, and half the bench has got sun and the other half has got shade, so we can switch them around through days if we might want to, but at least we know they're not going to be completely drying out all day long. So we've got that set up, and it didn't take long at all really, but at least now we know we can make sure that the plants that are susceptible to bolting in high temperatures can be put in shade, and it won't hurt them for today. All we need to do now is make sure that these are all level. So that's another job well worth doing. Because if we don't keep as eye on us plants when we get temperatures like this, we miss a few, then we're going to have things like this happening. This plant will be perfectly fine. Once I've bottom watered it, it'll pick back up. But if you miss it altogether through day, then it's going to die, and we don't want that. Because as I said, everything is just going to start drying out really quickly, especially your seedling plants that you've got in these little cells, because they don't hold the water or enough water long enough. And also your inconsistent watering can lead to that. Your brassicas will bolt. If the temperature fluctuates like it does in the UK quite often, from 10 degrees to 20 degrees, that's going to cause this. So if you can, put some shade cloth over the top of them if you're in that kind of a situation as well, if they're already in the garden, because that will help to some degree. And also keep your eye on spinach, because that's another one that's prone to bolt as soon as we get a big change in temperature. So if you can do it, set up a little station outside, even if you've only got a small area, just as big as say one little rack, and put one tray on it. I'll leave a link in the description for those compost trays if you want to buy a couple, because bottom watering in this weather is essential. Don't think that you can just go out with an hose pipe and just blast the lot, because yes, they will all be watered and they'll be watered quick, but when the sun gets hot, it's going to burn all your plants and the leaves will go yellow, and then your plants are going to die. I better get this little fella bottom watered, and this one. So we've set all that up, we've got all plants in. That's now going to give us peace of mind all day that they're going to be consistently watered. They're not going to shrivel up or even die on us. And that's going to leave us free to get on with our weekend and enjoy this sun. So if you want to see what else we do over this weekend and the weekends to come, just hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell. And we'll see you next time. You all take care.